Thanks Academy is the name of the podcast that you're listening to. That's how people start sentences, human beings. My name's Karina Magyar, and you're listening to a podcast where we watch all the best picture winners of all time in random order with random friends. And today's random friend is Nick Saverino.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Oh, boy, I am loud.
Yeah, that's okay. And also you asked the audience a question, which they can't answer.
Well, you know,
I mean, they could answer.
I talk along the podcast when I'm in the car.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like the whole time, or just when questions are directly asked?
When a lot of the times, if I listen to a podcast where they're having a conversation about a subject, I will say, but what about this? And
they always ignore you, don't they?
Yeah.
Bastards.
Really rude these podcast people are.
Well, not on this one. We're very in tune with our audience, and we will answer all your questions the minute you raise them. I promise. Like, for example, the first question you might have, what movie are we going to watch today? Do you know?
I can't remember what it was called again. The Green Pines?
Close. How green was my valley? Question mark.
How green...
No. How green was my valley? No question mark.
How green was my valley?
How green?
No question mark.
Was my like how green was it? No, just how green was
So I'm guessing this movie's got to do about money, maybe?
I don't know. It's from 1941. I don't know what green meant back then. Could be money. This
is post Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
So it's probably not about reefer.
You're really hoping for like a 1940s Breaking Bad type situation.
No, I would like. I'm very curious because I know this is a movie that beat Citizen Kane.
Yes.
And if I know anything about movies that happened before or that like won awards that early, it's probably some terrible romantic movie.
I'm sure it is.
I feel like all the early movies that everyone goes, oh, those are the best movies. it's like a man and woman fall in love.
Yeah.
This time they were in a valley.
That's the setting. That's the thing that really brought him into the theater. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I've never seen this in a valley before. Maybe this is a disgusting movie, and she has some sort of fungus, and how green was my valley is a sex thing. I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping for.
It's pre-code. It's pre-MPAA. Who knows? This thing could be super raunchy, and everybody was just like, yes, we love fucking. Give it to that instead of Citizen Kane.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, yeah. It could happen. I'm going to guess farming. I think it's a farming story with a love story on top of it.
That's fair. 41.
Mm-hmm.
You got...
Depression almost over.
Depression's almost over.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be like a post-Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm. It was only 2 years after Gone with the Wind, so I think like the rage at the time, because it was before we were in World War II, so they didn't make any World War II movies yet.
Yeah, okay, so this definitely came out before that was a stupid
Pearl
question.
Harbor, yes.
Movies weren't even made that fast anyways.
Well, yeah, if this was about Pearl Harbor, then the conspiracy theorists may be right that we knew it was coming. Because that'd be a good year ahead of time.
No one ever has I feel like no one ever has a conspiracy theory about Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do?
Very
there are?
much so, yeah. There's a lot of people who believe we knew about Pearl Harbor and we let it happen so that we could test the A-bomb.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's a thing. Or just so that we could be in World War II, or for whatever nefarious purpose. But a lot of people think we were tipped off and didn't do anything about it. Same as 9/11.
Yeah, it's usually
It's like a lot of like jet fuel does melt Hawaii kind of people. Yeah. So okay. So you think love story? I kind of tend to agree. I'm hoping romantic comedy. I'm hoping this is a funny movie.
This is
because funny movies back then were really actually quite funny. Like they're pretty good.
When did It Happen One Night come out? Because that
1938.
1938. Okay.
Right? Yeah, that was only a few years.
Because I know that is technically a comedy.
Yeah, we watched that for this podcast. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's I don't remember laughing that much.
I mean, it's not.
It's like cute. I find it cute.
It was cute.
I find it cute.
It set a lot of cliches in motion that got used over and over again.
That's
in
fair.
Every romantic comedy afterwards.
The Halloween of romantic comedy.
It's exactly. It's the Halloween of that and road trip movies, actually. Both of them.
Exactly. Every road trip movie, you have to have instructions on how to dip a donut in coffee.
I forgot about that scene.
There's a big old argument about how a broad can't dip a donut correctly in coffee.
There was no subtext there, was there? Do you watch? So you've seen. It sounds like quite a few old movies. Are you kind of an old movie person, or have you just been roped into this a lot?
I get. So I worked at a video store for like 6 months, and I remember, and so I went on a little phase of trying to watch those older movies everyone's seen. But I really feel like I took a couple film classes in college, so I've seen the Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
And then Battleship Potemkin for anybody who's ever taken a film class. That's the most cliche film movie I've ever watched.
It's very long, isn't it?
No, it's super short.
Oh. Das Boot is the long one.
Okay, yeah, I know. We never watched that.
I knew there was a boat one from the old times that was long.
Battleship Potemkin is like was it Russian? I can't even remember now. I remember watching it once. I remember we watched it once and
German or Russian.
That's one of those. Speaking of, like, it started it was a big influencer in how film is made.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this was an influencer, or maybe this was the La La Land of 1941. And
I was thinking that today. I was like, would this be the La La Land of 1941? But technically, Moonlight won.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe they just never corrected the mistake.
Yes, maybe they just burned the Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
This is
evidence.
More Proctor, less Gamble on this one.
Cool. Well, let's find out. Let's watch the movie.
I'm excited.
All right.
Did you illegally this? Or this is legal?
I always legally. Thank you for pointing that out. I've never pointed that out. I legally purchased all of the movies for this podcast.
Richard Ewellens.
Walter Pigeon sounds famous. I think I know him.
This
Master Roddy McDowell.
I was about to say, you mentioned it could be a porn. There is someone named Anna Lee. If I've ever seen a dirtier porn name.
Boy, they're flying through the credits here. I don't like this song. I think we're gonna. I didn't even think of the possibility. This might be a war movie.
This has a very like Christmassy yeah.
Ugh. Oh, John Ford, Cowboys and Indians.
He did Stagecoach, right?
Yeah.
Oh crap. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's a good director, though, at least.
He's got his golf shoes.
And yet hold clear and bright the memory of what happened years ago.
Oh, it's Irish people. That's why they use the word. That's why they use green.
How did we miss that?
Can I believe my friends all gone, when their voices are still a glory in my ears?
Are you a subtitle
That's a
person?
solid shot. Actually, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
For they remain a living truth.
He's being kind of...
That also might. Yeah.
There is no fence nor hedge round time that is
There's also a good chance people aren't.
Yeah.
People are just going to be listening to two people not really talk that much during the movie.
today, but it is gone, and I see it as it was when I was a boy. Green it was and possessed of plenty
Oh, man.
An actual leprechaun.
We oh my god, a very tall leprechaun. Harassing a young child. Stay away from me, gold.
The Yao Ming of leprechauns. Man, Irish names just sound tired of people.
Aw, they're yodeling, sort of.
Coal miners were my father and all my brothers. I'm proud of their trade.
Morgan, £3.7.
Irish or Welsh?
Morgan, £3.7.
Welsh.
It's Welsh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that explains the weird names. Yeah.
What is, bet to know how little, geography I know. What is Welsh?
It's like west of England, the western part of that island.
And the valley would ring with the
So
sound
almost
of
Irish, but
Okay.
they're stuck on the same patch of land with England.
as sight is in the eye.
They're the ones with all the double L's in their names. Singing in Welsh, I called it! Well, that's exciting. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever watched a Welsh movie before.
Maybe this is one of those movies where they try to form a union.
Oh, like on the waterfront.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be possible.
It's cool. I haven't seen a good labor movie in a while. Good singers. Wow. Loud singers.
I mean, already the movie doesn't hold up. Everyone's in blackface.
Well, they had to do something for diversity in Wales. Wow.
What?
Always a baron of beef.
Seriously?
So that's a baron? Oh.
Do they sell things by the Baron?
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, you can get this, you can get a quarter pounder or you can get a baron.
A Baron of beef.
The last to start for dinner. The
Baron and cheddar, that's what...
For if my father was the head of our house, my mother was its heart.
Ugh.
After dinner, when dishes had been washed, the box was brought.
I mean, for any of you who are triggered by ASMR, this is the movie for you,
Yeah.
okay? This,
We kept our
if,
secrets unraveled.
if a Welsh
My
accent
father used to say that
gives you the tingles, you are in luck.
brains and earning them,
Hey,
as willingly,
be nice to your sisters.
always with a purpose.
And I mainly say that because, boy, oh boy, am I getting triggered here.
You tired?
I don't know. I don't know. It must be in the traffic, but,
Are
like,
you getting like
legitimately getting, like,
drowsy?
you have the volume at, like, a perfect level where it's like, oh, this is relaxing.
These are some pretty well-to-do ass coal miners. Like, I thought they were exploited.
Street, as I had run 100 times before. Softly now, for respect for
Oh
children.
god, he just said softly now. He's trying. He's trying to put you to sleep.
Then straight to Mrs.
Oh, it's the Willy Wonka of Welsh.
Which you could chew for hours, it seems to me now.
Is that a good thing?
And even after it had gone down, you could swallow.
What the hell witch is that? Okay, we have a witch who cut the point off her hat and she sells candy to small children. Nothing wrong here. Oh, she's got a broom.
Oh,
That's good.
the Wicked Witch of the Welsh. Yeah, holy shit.
What is going on?
They just they just kicked out the kid and just 6 grown adult men are just staring at her.
Lined up.
Lined up. All right, young Jason Segel.
Okay.
4, but even better than Steve Harvey couldn't even imagine a suit like that.
4-button suit.
4-button suit.
God, I mean, swear to God, these Welsh people, every single one's a good. Hey, hands off the merchandise.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hey, man, don't covet your brother's wife. That's like.
This
rule
might have
number
been. Did they mention like what era this movie's in?
Well, I guess it started in the present day for then, and this is his childhood. So I'm gonna guess like mid 19th century,
Okay.
1850s ish, maybe earlier.
Bronwyn and Ivor were to be married by the new preacher, Mr. Griffin, who had come from the university at Cardiff. This was my first sight of him.
Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah. See, like right there. That's a very novel.
Yeah. Wow, she looks like that cabinet full of linen that your mother keeps and only opens once a year. And like she's just in it.
Her dress looks like it was made by a bunch of dinner placemats.
Somebody's jealous. Yeah, you know what I like in a movie where instead of any dialogue that gives us insight into the characters, we just hear people shout singing hymns. song number 4 now?
Yeah. The soundtrack in this movie.
Maybe they got like the modern day equivalent of John Legend to write all the Welsh songs.
Yeah. John Ford had to find his Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. Song number 5. At some point, they're going to run out of songs that everybody in the village knows.
So far, there's only one child in this town.
I hope it's all on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Whoa, careful, that's the fucking cake. Just spilled beer on the wedding cake. Well, one child, and what have we seen? 3 women? Maybe 4?
Oh, yeah, it's been all men.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
I'll say this, though. The most gleeful men I've ever seen.
Yeah, oh, there they are. They're all grabbing at mom's underwear. Who's that?
Here's a man won't get drunk, can't get drunk, shan't get drunk. Here's a man won't get drunk, Peter O.P. I am walking like jogging like
Okay.
God, man, I hope the next cop that pulls me over,
That's the
DUI test.
If you can say Peter O.P. without pissing yourself.
All right, you gotta sing Peter O.P.
Who is that? Is that the preacher? Is that why everybody's being so weird around him?
I mean, really, to your point, so far this is the La La Land of 1941. It's a musical.
Yeah, I lost count of how many songs we've listened to.
There's more songs. There's been more songs in the first 5 minutes than there has been in La La Land.
Okay, wow. What is this village where everybody's a good singer? That's funny. There we go. Thought those coal miners were too well off.
Here we go. Here we go. We're back to it. It's a label.
Mm-hmm. So they're cutting the coal miner wages, and all 500 of them are reading that one poster about it.
Come now, boys. Back to work.
No. Before the boy, go to the kitchen, make us some dinner.
We're starving.
Yes. You've been in bed all winter. We have 7 barons of beef ready to be boiled.
Well, good. His hugging muscles still work. Hey!
Oh!
Singing!
The union worked.
They get better wages?
If they're singing, it's got to be union stuff.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just spring.
I will say, visually, there's something nice looking at those like old stone houses coming down the steps.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like Brooklyn in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, they got their yoga mats. That's nice.
Yeah, they do free yoga in the park now.
What's going on, guys? We doing Orange Theory around here?
The union didn't work, but we had a startup move in. All sorts of fringe benefits. Got a ping pong table.
Sweet land of liberty.
about this movie is that everybody was feeling what the audience was feeling. They didn't want to sing for the daughter. They watched in disappointment, knowing that she could have been dating Gryffindor or whatever his name is. Anglo-Saxon and Gryffindor could have been together forever.
Anglo-Saxon. You lose.
Oh, he had to marry them too, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a real kick in the dick.
Yeah. True cook.
It's really the whole time has had the vibe of like just that, I don't know if you grew up like this, that Sunday movie that like was on a channel that you didn't even know existed.
Yeah, like Channel 2. Or
yeah, and it was like a network like that your grandparents would always have on, and it was just a movie that made it was just on in the background.
This is very snoozy.
Yeah. Holes in bathtubs, prize fighting, lashes on the back.
Now they have to teach them how to stand up to authority. They're not
Yeah.
good at that at all.
Yeah, all those guys moved to America.
Dad, how do you stand up to the man? Oh, shit. I have no idea. The fuck?
Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Finally. Finally. This movie got
marry an 11-year-old?
This movie got juicy.
What the fuck? She's like 30.
Hey, don't be ageist.
I think we've tripped some lines here.
We are here in a meeting about Hagrid.
Is this the climax of the movie? Like whether or not they're gonna be mean to Hagrid?
Yeah.
Just because she married a rich dude and he wanted to stay in South Africa?
Oh, great. Garfunkel's here. There's something about... Yeah, there is something about, like... I don't know one word they're saying, but...
Yeah.
Just based off tone, they can hit happy and really depressing.
Yeah.
And there's no mid-level. It's either...
I mean, think about that. Think about how kind of fucked up it is to be standing around in a whole town and everybody breaks into song because they're sad.
They are with me,
Something kind of weird about that.
as they were in flesh, loving and beloved forever.
Oh, okay.
Green was my valley then.
Yay, said the title. Wait, are they making us watch the whole movie again?
I mean, is he doing... He's doing a Those Were the Days about...
Yeah. About death, destruction. Say.
I got fucked, Mr. Griffin! Dad, he made me work in the coal mine. Those were the days.
Oh, look, they're all meeting in the Field of Dreams. Yeah. See, in Welsh culture, heaven is just another coal mine. Where you all meet again. Ah, the ends!
Man.
Okay. All right, Nick, how green was your valley?
Oh my goodness. I really feel like our relationship has gotten better now.
You and me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Powering through that thing. Holy shit.
It's not the worst movie I've seen. It reminds me of one of the worst movies I've seen for this podcast. It's very similar to Out of Africa. I don't know if you've seen Out of Africa.
I never saw it, no.
Okay, Out of Africa is this, but 1 hour longer.
That's the movie this Toto song's about, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wish it had something that interesting in it. It's Meryl Streep and Robert Redford doing this kind of shit in Africa.
Okay.
Where it's just, there's no plot. It's just stuff happens. It's just a stuff happens movie, right?
Yeah, it's just, I'm telling, it came out, it's the same thing. It just came at a time when, like, people didn't know how to really tell a story that well. I don't know. That was...
But this was, as much as I hated Gone with the Wind, and I really did, I loathed it, it told a story. Casablanca came out before this. That told a story.
Or wait, no.
Oh, no, Casablanca came out. But, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They've done... The 30s is when movies figured out how to be pretty damn good.
Right, yeah.
There's no excuse here. This is
a rough one. I really mean this.
Normally we recap the plot, but...
okay. So, the plot is... Alright, let's figure this out. So, the plot is a man is reminiscing about his days as... An 11-year-old, pretty much? Have we figured out that?
Yeah, 11-ish.
11-year-old, and he's basically talking about when he was young that he lived in a coal miner's town. What did the teacher say? I really liked what the teacher called it.
I can't remember.
Oh,
it was a pretty good burn, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. The teacher is quite the bully.
Well, we're skipping ahead. Basically, the plot is this: they're in Wales.
They're in Wales.
That's the plot.
Not Ireland. You might think it's Ireland at first.
Not Ireland. It's definitely Welsh, and they're singing in Welsh. So this whole town sings all the time, and they have a coal mine.
They got a coal mine,
and they got a church.
They got a church, and that's pretty much all you really need in 1850s.
Yeah.
You have a place for a job.
Yeah.
It's a small town that has religion and has it has a bar. A small town with a religion, a bar, a church to go to, and then it's one big main income factor.
Yeah.
Which is the coal mine.
Yeah.
And then the owner of the coal mine is trying to cheapen the way out, and then a union starts.
That's like the first vignette. There's like 9 vignettes in this.
Yes.
Like, it starts with that, with like the stereotypical proud laborers getting their wages slashed, and then they kind of fight over it, but they have a fight inside the family about whether or not to strike.
Yeah.
That adds no drama because the strike is solved in like 5 minutes.
Exactly. And the typical dad, just yells about, what about, no,
So they unionize, and it's good because they get to keep their wages high, but they cut the number. Well, there's more people who need jobs than they have jobs. So brothers, they start off with how many brothers? 6 brothers and 1 daughter.
6?
Yeah, 6 brothers, 1
okay.
daughter. Anyway, 2 of them bump off to America at the first sign of unemployment. 1 gets crushed under a tram after leading his choir to the Queen. And then 2 more go to like New Zealand and Canada.
And they go because the little brother, because Hugh, he got hired.
And it's all told from the point of view of the youngest brother, who marries the wife. Lives in sin with the wife of the brother who died.
Is that the case? I really still can't figure out what that deal was.
Okay, so here's the thing. It sets it up the very first time we see this blondie. Hugh, the narrator, as an old man, says she caught my eye. He's clearly in love with her. And he's got a big old boy crush on her.
Yeah.
And then she marries his brother, but that brother dies. And he immediately goes over to her house and is like, I'll live here.
I'll wear his clothes.
I'll wear his clothes, and I'll give you my money. And she was like, cool.
But she even kind of says it in a very, like... That's what was really confusing. She says it in a cutesy way, just like, oh...
Like this was all adorable. But I feel like this is the same town that was ostracizing people for living in sin, and yet this weird pedophilia...
That's why I feel like it didn't actually happen.
But what did happen?
I don't know. That's another thing. There's things that aren't really... don't make sense in terms of how the story is told. Yeah.
He gets sent to school, And he gets in lots of fights there with other kids and the teacher.
Because he's from he's from the poor town.
And then the town boxer comes and punches out the teacher. And then he's done with school.
Yeah.
And then he uses his education.
But he's good at school.
He's great at it.
Apparently.
And then he goes to the coal mines anyway. So we didn't need to see that.
And then, that's the plot of the movie.
Daughter marries the coal miner's owner.
Yes.
Which you would think would be like, holy shit, this is a major class divide. Like, how are they going to reconcile the poverty of their family with her sudden wealth that's being made on their back? No, she just marries him and they go to South Africa we're not told that till after she comes back. And then she's just sort of...
And then she's hated by the maids because she likes to pour tea herself.
Yeah, she's uncouth. And then they start whispering that she loves the priest, which she totally does.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, she loves that priest.
Oh, Arkham loved her.
Oh my god.
On way on guard.
Her name is really...
Argosy Casinos is her name.
Her name is actually Argosy Casinos. And she loves the priest. But he can't love her back because he's...
a priest.
Well, not even a Catholic priest. He could technically love her back, but he's too into his work.
Yeah.
He's just like, you can't hang with me. I live a rough life.
You can either have a love life or you can have a career. I chose a career.
That's right.
It's pretty much what it is.
I think we covered all the vignettes. Did we miss one here? Oh, the mom almost dies.
The mom almost dies. Oh,
she goes and cusses out the town.
That's how weird the movie is. You forget that's almost kind of a big thing. And then the kid saves the mom.
Yeah.
And then he becomes hypothermically paralyzed.
For like a year?
For a year or a season or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here, it's one of those movies where if you try to talk about what happens, it sounds like it's just breakneck pace. Like, so much happens, right? But it feels like nothing happens because there's no story to it. It's just...
And also, it's got some nice sleepy tones to it.
It's very sleepy. It's very much that old book that you pull off the shelf like, hey, maybe this is a classic for a reason, and nope. No, it's just a dull old book.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is literally the dull old book of movies.
Yeah, I agree. It's a snoozer.
The valley is not green at all, is what I would say.
It does do the classic, says the title at the end. That's always good.
That's cool. I like when that happens. It wasn't particularly gorgeous for being directed by John Ford, and that's what he's known for. I mean, there's a couple of okay shots, but it's not like a gorgeous movie where we're like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, not really. It's I mean, granted, the space in which the story's told is by no means a setup for gorgeous.
Nah, it's like coal mining hills.
Yeah, but that being said,
yeah, what a dull, pointless slog of a movie.
We give it 2 thumbs up.
And I guess the only thing it's got going for it is that it's telling the story of a dull, pointless slog of a life.
The only thing about it that is kind of captivating is that everything they talk about is the exact same thing that's always talked about these days. Like, every problem that's a problem now is still a problem then.
Yeah, it hits all the political points. What'd you say? This is like reading your mom's Facebook feed?
Oh, yeah. It really is.
Yeah, the same political problem. I mean... That's, I guess, what hooked people in, is that they hit a lot of philosophical, political debates, but they're not really juicy. They're sort of just like...
They're not told well. Yeah.
I mean, at the end, Priest Gryffindor yells at the whole church for being hypocrites, but it doesn't change anything. Gargamel still gets out and does whatever he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And then everybody dies at the end. Not everybody.
Well, the dad dies.
Dad.
Spoiler.
Which leaves the narrator who had to live and all the women because, that's cool. The mom is the best part of the movie.
Yeah, she's great. She's got some good lines.
She's got really good lines, and she's like really feisty, and it's practically, she's kind of like the Betty White of this movie.
That's good.
Like
That's a good point.
Yeah. Livens it up for real.
Yeah. She says dirty things like blow your nose.
There's a drunk doctor I really enjoyed. He was good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
He was in there for a second. I like the boxer. Okay, he was kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, he kind of came. I didn't really. I
didn't understand.
He just came out of nowhere. Yeah, I just didn't.
And he was like blind at the end. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, and then he's got a lackey.
Drunken. Who drinks out of his hat and then accidentally puts his hat on his head. That's a good move.
Yeah, that's classic.
Classic drunk shit.
They saw Duck Soup or something. They thought, oh, we got to do something like that in this movie.
But mostly it's Welsh songs. It's singing.
It really
Welsh
is. It's a lot of. It's a musical.
It's a musical. If you like Welsh hymns, boy, this is your Oklahoma. Let me tell you, because it is wall to wall fucking Welsh hymns, sung by an entire town of people. And there's a witch in the candy store.
Oh,
that was enjoyable.
Yeah, this proves how bad the movie is, how we're just trying to remember other things we saw in the movie. Oh, yeah, we kind of laughed. We were entertained by that for a second.
There's no story.
There's
absolutely no story. It's like a pilot for a TV series. Like, that they set up a bunch of storylines, potentially, but nothing.
I came in thinking I was doing Karina's podcast about Thanks Academy, but I really came in watching Canceled with Chris Cubis.
Yeah, where's Cubis? This is just a piece of garbage, and it did beat Citizen Kane.
Beat Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is literally rewatchable.
I mean, very much so. I mean, Citizen Kane is a great movie. And it looks awesome. And I don't know. I was going to look up what else it beat, but it's 1941. I'm not going to recognize any of the other movies.
Yeah. Well,
should we see if anybody won for acting or something? Let's see.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, because
what year did Casablanca come out? Isn't it 41?
I thought so. I mean, I know Casablanca didn't win.
Did it beat out Citizen Kane and Casablanca?
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me chart. 1941 Academy. Actually, probably 42 on it. The actual awards.
Oh, Casablanca was 1942.
Yeah, it'll be the next year, 1942. Okay, because 1940 was Rebecca, which I loved.
Oh, and Casablanca did win Best Picture, apparently.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Here we go. Awards. So, it beat out Citizen Kane and then a whole bunch of stuff nobody's ever heard. Wait, no, it beat out The Maltese Falcon.
Oh!
Yeah.
Jeez!
And Alfred Hitchcock's Suspicion, which is one of his first, notable movies. And then, Gary, it didn't win any acting awards, which makes sense. The actors in this were all pretty dull. In fact, nobody was even nominated in the Best Actor or Actress. But the dad won Best Supporting Actor. Fine. And the mom was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Fine. That's fine. That's it. It kind of got Best Picture, and that's it. So weird. Were they still figuring out how to give out awards?
I guess. I don't know. Did Ford get nominated for director?
It might be. Did they have Best Director yet?
Oh, that's
yeah,
fair.
they did. Oh, he won. Yeah, he won for Best Director.
Then maybe it's one of those we gave director to Ford.
He beat out Orson Welles for Best Director. And Howard Hawks for Sergeant York.
Well, I mean, it's just proof that Hollywood is politics.
I mean, John Ford went on to be one of the most iconic and acclaimed directors of all time. That's a good call. But this particular movie,
as did Orson Welles, Howard Hawks, and Alfred Hitchcock.
I know. This is like giving Spielberg an Academy Award for what was that crazy truck movie he made for TV before he did Jaws.
Oh, I don't know.
some like student film project. It doesn't feel like a fully fledged.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a Sunday nap movie.
It's a Sunday snoozer. If you're
It's a
looking
Sunday
for a Sunday
snooze.
snoozer, yeah, for sure. This is the kind of movie that gives old movies a bad name. Like I'm gonna say that. Because most old movies, when they're good, like the classics, the award winners, are actually quite enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But this is what people think of.
This is one of those movies where people go, oh, this is when they were still figuring things out.
Nick, thanks for almost taking a nap with me on the couch here.
I feel like I didn't bring much to the table, but let's be honest, neither did this film.
I don't think the film brought anything to the table. We were just numbstruck.
Except slices of bread.
And some really entertaining names that we'll never quite figure out. Like,
all spelled weird.
Yes. Alibaba. And anyway, do you want to plug anything?
When's this come out?
I don't know. Not too far away. October-ish.
We'll go Low and Inside October 19th at 11 p.m.
There you go.
At the Velveeta Room. That's a
good one.
I can just plug the next one.
Describe that one.
That is so the plot of Low and Inside
actually has a plot, unlike this movie.
We have two teams of 5 comics play baseball with their jokes, and then me and very funny comic Aaron Brooks. We sit and play announcer and umpires the whole time.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's like a feast of one-liners. But just like in sports, if you don't like him, you get to boo him, and it matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really, most people just boo the umpires more than they do the joke.
Jokes. Just like in sports.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Check that out.
This is why everybody wants automated comics for umpires.
Yeah, when are you going to get instant replay on Low Inside? Check that out at the Valve.
Please do.
It's on at least once a month, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at 11 o'clock on Fridays. And thanks for coming on and watching this really, somebody had to watch this movie, and I'm sorry it was you.
I really wanted Marty. It should be known.
Yeah.
I said I really was hoping I picked the right numbers to get Marty, because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
But I know it by heart only because of the movie quiz show.
Marty, I believe, is already claimed by another in a future episode.
That's
why it wasn't even available for you. I'm so sorry.
They're lucky.
I'll let you.
I don't know. I've actually never even seen Marty.
If I have you back, I'll weight the dice so that you get a fun movie. I promise.
I like this.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Thanks a lot.
That's all I want. Thank you.
And thank you for listening and rate us and tell us how plotless our podcast is. And I'll see you next week. Bye.